Hey, what's going on YouTube? I recorded this video without sound, and so I'm going to do a voiceover right now so that you can hear what I'm supposed to be talking about. And we're going to do Tuesday Prepper stuff. So we're going to get ready for this video, or get ready for this week's content by looking at the in-game news and seeing what we can gear for. And I think this week's pretty exciting, honestly. We've got some permanent content coming out in the game, and we'll talk about how to get ready for it here. Really, the main thing we've got is the advent of Purgatory boss rush trial. I'm into boss rushes, so this is really exciting for me. And I'm going to click on it here, there we go, and show you that it's the combination stuff of the Grace of Fire, Grace of Thunder, and the Grace of Water trial, which we never got. So do you like those? Do you like those contents, those pieces of events? And do you like doing them all in one fight? Do you like boss rushes? I do. But we need to get ready for this by preparing with Bird Killer, Machine Killer, Aquatic Killer, Dragon Killer, and Human Killer to be able to do all of the challenges. Basically, from what I understand, this is kind of broken up across different levels, but one of the fights does involve you having, all 9 of these bosses in one rush for the final level, and then you can see down below, what some rewards that we're going to get are. I don't think these rewards are super exciting given the supposed challenge level of this, but that's what we've got. So we've got the STMR Moogle, the Metal, the Gigantars, and some Lapis. Lapis count honestly seems a little bit low for me, given how hard this is supposed to be. Yeah, there you go. So we're going to be facing off against all of these guys. Pretty exciting. Oh, and the other thing that's really cool about this is it is permanent content. This is being added to the game in the Nemesis Pain and the Vortex, once the event closes, which is, I think, really cool. Permanent content, awesome. I'm a big fan of that. But let's talk about kind of getting ready for what you need to know. The general field effect changes for every fight. So like if you're fighting a fire boss from the Grace of Fire trial, it's going to have a fire field effect. The water ones have a water field. The thunder ones have a thunder field, etc. So you really want to change your element and your strategy to match that, to be able to optimize your damage. So that's just something to kind of keep in mind. And then also another tip is that you can practice with the current Grace of Trials, with the exception of Grace of Water, to learn boss rotations and what to do to burst efficiently, how to protect yourself, etc. Yeah, there is no Grace of Water trial. We can't go practice that one right now, but you can practice the others and get a handle on how the bosses go, which I think is really cool. If that's your thing, or just go back and rewatch videos and stuff like that. There are lots of videos about these trials on YouTube, so you can definitely go do that. Sooner or later, I'm going to click past this, I swear. It's weird watching this and talking about it. I've never done a voiceover before, so yeah, kind of neat. How am I doing so far? Obviously, I'm not lined up properly with what I was trying to say because I'm lagging here on this thing. Oh my gosh, what am I talking about? Who knows? Any moment now, I'm going to change to another slide. I promise you. Here we go. So what I was talking about, I think, was that generally speaking, some units are harder to gear for this than others. And so you really want to focus on abilities and things like that give you multiple killers for the various enemies. So for example, if you can find something that gives you human and machine, or dragon and bird, things like that. And so there's a huge list of things on the screen that are going to do that for you. I'm having a difficulty reading it on my tiny little voiceover screen. So yeah, hopefully you can read that on your screen. But things like True Sharpshooter, Sea Serpent Slayer, Final Stand, Wing Clipping, Black Submarine, Executioner. There's lots of human and machine combo killers. Ruler of the Sea and Sky Plus is Bird and Dragon, or Bird and Aquatic. Lots and lots of things on this list. So definitely scan through your inventory and see what you can find that has multiple killers for each one. Let me see if I can read any more. Oh, Miraculous Reunion's another one that's Bird and Dragon. Wing Clipping, like I said. Last Guardian's Dragon and Machine Physical Killer. Final Stand is Avian and Machine, as well as some others. Sea Serpent Slayer is Aquatic and Dragon. Execution. There are so many human and machine killer ones. Another one that's not on this list is Ferris. Ferris has, like the original 3-star Ferris has dragon and aquatic, and it's physical only. But you know, so many good units are physical only. So you know, depending on what you need, that could be useful for you. And sooner or later here, I'm going to be switching over from talking about the combo stuff to the singular stuff. So of course we are going to talk about like generic, just like single race killers and items and abilities and stuff like that too. So I bet you I'm going to do that here in just a moment. I look like I'm looking over to my right, which is where I have all my controls on my screen. So I'm guessing we're about to change over to another one here in just a second. This is trippy watching myself do this. It really is. Just take this time to, you know, screenshot this, zoom in so you can look at all these combo killers. You know, it's what it is. Here we go. Switching over to the single ones. So probably my guess is aquatic first, and there's like no aquatic killer. Yeah, there you go. Aqua and Eater Sense from Catastrophe Advanced, Tiger Fangs, Aqua Killer from Ollie. You can farm up those and craft them into Aqua Killer Plus if you fight the Octomammoth. There's Soldier's Protection. There you go. Noreen's Trance Saber from Noreen. Also, I think has some other stuff on it too, like Human Killer maybe. But you know, if you're bringing Noreen's Trance Saber, you're really scraping the bottom of the barrel for like aquatic killer. There's just not a ton in the game. Bird Killer, a little bit more. Avian Eater Sense, Bird Killer Plus, Muramaza, Rising Sun, Sniper from Locke. It's a throwing weapon. Weapon Specialist from Wild Rose Furion has multiple categories. Bird. I want to say like something else too, like maybe Machine. Oh. No, this is human. So we've got Cross Aigayan Arm, Mask of Ashura, Man-Eater Sense, Elnath Trial, Guy's Belt, Noreen's Trance Saber. There you go, Human Killer. And Weapon Specialist from Wild Rose Furion has Human Killer on it. There's lots of Machine from Doulahan. You can always like farm up and craft the Machine Killer, the Killer Pluses from the various 12 race trials. Mechanic for the Royal Family is 100%. So is like Anti-Armor Tactics. Valued Memories from Irvin. Last Guardian from Noel has Dragon and Machine on it, which is pretty cool. Looks like we're going into the other ones here. These are Dragon Killers. These are magical Dragon Killers. So like Dragon Killer Plus, you can farm up the Dragon Killers and then do Dragon Killer Plus from the 12 types trial. Dragon Eater Sense from Octomammoth. You know, lots and lots of stuff. Dragon Killer is really, really common. So in addition to all the ones I showed you earlier, just here's the magical ones. I'm going to switch over to the physical ones in just a second. And then you'll see that there's like not a whole lot of difference, but there are a couple of different items that are physical only. Here we go. Dark Lord, yeah. And then there's Last Guardian again. You know, so there's a handful of stuff there. Glacial Battle Garb from Shiva Lastwell. And there you have it. Yeah. Dragon's pretty common. I think I mentioned here again that, you know, True Sharpshooter from like Neovision's Ong has Bird and Dragon and LB damage on it. Pretty cool. And then I think we just go back to looking at all the various combo ones, because gearing some of these units is a little bit challenging. Looks like I show you. I'm not done building this team yet. I'm still working on it. But I've got a couple units kind of picked out that I definitely want to take. Mainly Zahn, Wilhelm, and Fundamental Force. You can kind of ignore Hyo and ignore Ong there. I have not fully decided what I'm doing, but I'm just kind of showing you like how you can gear for a lot of these killers, you know, using some combo items to kind of get you close. You know, I mentioned that kind of Bird is maybe not the most important one, but you know, you've got, you know, all the other ones and LB damage and all the stuff that she needs. And then I think I show you how Zahn can wear Bahamut and have the like Code of the Samurai and Chains of Strength and have like all the killers. So we're gonna probably see that here in just a second. There we go. There's Zahn with those abilities, and he's got Bahamut, so he's got everything, you know, capped out. So yeah, that's kind of it for right now. I'm not really sure what else I talk about for the next 2 minutes, but I think I just talk about that in general. It is good to see like some permanent content going into the game that's going to be potentially challenging and give people something to do, because I think boss rushes are interesting. Just because of the level of strategies you have to get involved with to try and take on 9 bosses in a row. I love this about the Grace of Purgatory boss rush that we had a while back, where you had all those different challenge missions and stuff for like the different category types. I thought that was really cool, and I hope that they do something similar, because they did do that in JP, but we don't see those rewards listed here. We only see this 500 lapis. So like, if all we're getting out of this is 500 lapis, like that's a lot of work potentially for just one 9 boss fight. So I don't know. Hopefully it's doable and worth our time and lapis and all that stuff. So that's pretty much it for right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and let the video kind of close out and do whatever it is it's doing. But I hope that you be good to each other, that you take care of yourselves, and that if you're interested in watching this live, I'm gonna be trying to do this Thursday night over on Twitch. So feel free to come on out and say hello, and we will have some fun doing that. Have a good night.